It was just after sunset when a cold rain began to fall over northern Botswana, where Kalahari Ridge Hospital stands quietly near the edge of a sprawling wildlife conservancy. Inside the hospital, fluorescent lights glowed against the gloom outside, and the halls echoed softly with the shuffling of nurses and quiet beeping of monitors. Ava Moyo, a senior nurse with 15 years of field experience, was finishing her shift when the automatic glass doors suddenly parted with a low hum. She expected to see a late-night emergency case, maybe an injured ranger or a villager from nearby, but what stood in the doorway froze her in place. Soaked by the downpour, a massive male lion stepped slowly into the entrance hall. His golden mane was drenched, darkened by rain, and water pooled beneath his heavy paws. Yet he showed no signs of aggression. No growl. No roar. Just a quiet, observant calm. But then everyone saw what he carried in his jaws. A small lion cub, limp and muddy, dangled gently from his teeth. The cub's hind leg was swollen, streaked with blood, and twisted unnaturally. Ava gasped. The lion wasn't hunting or attacking, he was asking for help. Without a sound, the big cat stepped forward into the sterile light and set the injured cub carefully onto the hospital floor. His massive body stood protectively behind it, his amber eyes flicking between staff members with quiet urgency. Ava's instincts overrode her fear. Raising a hand calmly, she signaled the other staff not to move suddenly. Her voice was steady as she said, "He's not here to hurt us. He just wants help." With practiced care, Ava knelt near the cub and assessed its injury. The leg appeared crushed, likely pinned by a fallen rock. The cub whimpered softly, but the father didn't flinch. He simply sat like a statue, watching. Ava called for the trauma team. Within minutes, 2 wildlife medics arrived to assist. As they gently lifted the cub onto a gurney, the lion didn't react. He only turned his head to follow their movement, his eyes locked on his child. Outside the operating room, the lion sat beside the wall, unmoving. Inside, Ava and the team worked quickly, disinfecting the wound, realigning the broken leg, securing it with a splint. The cub was sedated to ease the pain, and fluids were administered. Ava also contacted the local conservation unit, requesting a secure escort for the lion family back to their reserve. An hour later, the cub was stabilized. When they brought the small lion back into the hallway, the father stood instantly. He walked forward, towering over the doctors, but again, no aggression. Just deep, wordless concern. Gently, Ava handed the cub back. The lion bent down and nudged the cub with his nose. The little one blinked and gave a faint cry. In one smooth, careful motion, the lion took the cub in his jaws and turned toward the door, but before he left, he paused. He looked back at Ava. Not with the wild eyes of a predator, but with something else. Something ancient. Trust. Gratitude. Understanding. Ava stood frozen, moved beyond words. Just then, conservation officers arrived with tranquilizers and transport crates. But seeing the scene before them, the lion calmly walking into the darkness with his cub held safe, they lowered their weapons. They knew intervention wasn't needed. Under the dim glow of the hospital lights, the father lion stepped back into the rain and disappeared into the savannah. Ava stood at the doorway long after he vanished. In all her years of working with wildlife, she had never seen anything like it. That night didn't just change how she viewed lions, it changed how she viewed trust between species.
Thank you for watching till the end. Please like and subscribe to support us.